Welcome back to a brand new box office breakdown show here at Max Talks Movies. We're finally back with some real new movies and real numbers back at the box office for almost 3 weeks. We're going to break down the domestic weekend of February 4th through February 6th and really break down what that means for the box office. Also preview the upcoming movies coming out in theaters this upcoming week. My name is Max Schenberg. I love to talk about movies, TV shows, and box office. So if you like any one of those things, please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Every single Monday here, I do this box office breakdown where we break down the weekend, the domestic worldwide charts of the year. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Also, please comment down below what movie or movies did you see at the box office in theaters this weekend? And are you going to go this upcoming weekend and how many times? Like the video, the thumbs up button. I let you know I've seen 2 movies in theaters that count for the money this weekend. That was both the #1 and #2 movies of the weekend. So let's start talking about the box office. One complete winner, one complete failure, and some other releases that we've already seen. So let's start with #1 this weekend, which was Jackass Forever, the 4th Jackass film released exclusively in theaters this past weekend. And its official number is $23.1 million. So Jackass only had a budget of around $10 million. So it is already profitable. So not shockingly, this franchise continues to prove, even though this is one of the lower numbers, complete winner, especially when you look at the #2 movie at the weekend, how even though the #2, that will be probably a bomb. This is a complete success. And also this is already Paramount's second profitable movie just on domestic on the year. Scream, which we'll talk about in a second, was their other film of the past year. And Paramount is 2 for 2 to start 2022 with 2 low budget films that do make it to #1 and basically are profitable in their first or second weekends domestically. So great win. This probably is the last Jackass film, but it'll be also interesting to see how much this film either drops in the box office, but it doesn't matter for them anymore. There is already a profitable film for Jackass Forever, but it'll be interesting to see how much it holds up. Can it stay in the top 3 next weekend? That'll be interesting. The complete other side of the spectrum is our #2 pick. That's the other new release that came out this past weekend, Moonfall. Moonfall made $9.8 million. I actually waited to do this box office this late to get the official numbers, not the estimations that people were making. This is supposed to be over 10 million. This falls, the official numbers have this film just under $10 million. So 9.8 for Moonfall. This is going to be one of the biggest box office bombs of the year. The budget without advertisements is $140 million budget, and it could only make 9.8. So it would be an absolute miracle. And it won't happen for this to be a profitable movie based on the domestic box office, just because Moonfall basically needs like just under $400 million to be even profitable. And this film will definitely not be on the domestic box office. I wonder how much longer this comes from Lionsgate, how much they will keep this movie in theaters. One of the biggest promotions is that it is in IMAX, and this past weekend and this upcoming weekend, it will be IMAX until Uncharted hits theaters in a week from Friday. So it will have 2 weekends in IMAX, but really bad numbers from Moonfall after Roland Emmerich came out and said Marvel movies, Star Wars, DC are killing the business. And he makes this type of film, which is a lot of budget and pretty much bombs at the box office. To #3, it's SpiderMan No Way Home in its 8th weekend, $9.5 million. And SpiderMan in its 8th weekend only fell $300,000 short of Moonfall, or it would have been #2. So the fact that Moonfall's opening weekend only has a $300,000 more than Spider-Man in its 8th, not good. But Spider-Man continues just to dominate the domestic box office, only a 14% drop. And domestically is now up to $748 million. It is now $12 million off of Avatar to be the 3rd highest grossing film domestically of all time. Everyone thought they wouldn't be able to catch Avatar. But by the way, this keeps putting in numbers at the $9.5 million. Sony, more Sony than Disney, gets to continue to make more money at the box office. And Sony, their next film is in 2 weeks with Uncharted. So we'll see how Uncharted will hold actually Spider-Man off from being the #3 movie domestically of all time. We shall see, but Spider-Man continuing to do great stuff. In fourth place is, as I mentioned earlier, Scream, $4.7 million, 34% drop in its fourth weekend, 68.9 for Scream. Again, just like another win for Paramount, this budget was 25 million. So already in its second weekend, it became profitable. So as I said, Paramount having a great start to the year because they could have easily put both these movies day and date on Paramount Plus, but chose to put these exclusively in theaters. Both have become very successful movies for the studio, low budget films that are doing good at the box office. So good start to the year for Paramount with both Jackass Forever and Scream. And in fifth place this weekend, in hanging in the top five, is Sing 2, $4.2 million, 10% drop. It is just dominating right now. It continues to be 130, about to hit $140 million domestically in its seventh weekend. So good stuff for Sing 2. Universal getting a winner. Universal will have a new film coming out this weekend, but it has outlasted a lot of the other films. Redeeming Love, it's the first time it's not in the top five, and The King's Man has been finally knocked out of the top five for the first time since its release. So out of that Sing 2, King's Man, Matrix, three of them coming out at the same time. By far, Sing 2 has held up the most, especially to Matrix and King's Man. Sing 2 dominating those two films and still in the top five after 7 weekends. Another stat to know, this is the first time that Spider-Man has not been in the top 2 spots in its domestic run in its 8th weekend. It was number 2 for 1 week. That's when Scream came out, and then it overtook Scream in its second weekend. So out of the 8 weeks, 6 number 1s for Spider-Man, 1 number 2, 1 number 3, with now a lot more movies coming out, basically starting this past weekend. How much until Spider-Man will not be in the top 5? It'll be really fascinating to see. We're going to continue to track it here on the channel. We still don't have enough movies to look at the worldwide or domestic charts of 2022, just have not had enough movies yet, but we're getting there very quickly. So sooner rather than later, I'll have you some charts for both this year for worldwide and domestic. So upcoming this weekend, we have 2 new releases hitting theaters and 1 day and date. The first is a movie theater exclusively in theaters film, and that is Death on the Nile. That's the new Kenneth Branagh sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. That is a theaters exclusive film from, this is now a Disney property because it was Fox. And also coming out this weekend, matching the Valentine's Day crowd, is Marry Me, the Jennifer Lopez, Owen Wilson film. That's a day and date release, the first of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It will be available for Peacock Premium. So if you just have the regular Peacock for free, you won't be able to have the movie, but if you're paying something for Peacock, you'll have it. So Marry Me will be for Peacock Premium subscribers and in theaters this upcoming weekend. So again, another week where we have 2 new releases, not highly billed, but 2 new releases hitting theaters this weekend. So once again, Jackass Forever is number 1. The question is, will it be knocked off this weekend? Could Spider-Man upset everyone and get back in the top 5? You'll have to find out next weekend here on next Monday here on the channel. So please subscribe, ring the bell. I'll see you guys.